This is the DryBell Vibe Machine version 2. And this pedal packs a lot of features. It's pretty simple, but yet it's got a lot of features at the same time. We have two knobs here. This is the intensity of the vibe. This is the speed of the vibe. And we got on-off switch here. And a switch between chorus and vibrato. So chorus is that swirly classic vibe sound. Vibrato has a little bit of a duller, more subtle sound. We'll check out those settings as well. And then we have three settings for our input impedance selections. We got the original. The original Vibe from the 60s had a very low input impedance, so it kind of made the guitar sound pretty dull. Going to the bright, we get a nice full range out of the guitar signal. And then custom, we can, with a little pot on the side, with a little trim pot, we can adjust the custom input impedance. And these three positions here won't change the sound unless we're going directly into the Vibe machine. If we're going through like a buffer before the Vibe machine, this toggle switch won't do anything to the sound. And there are 6 trim pots total on this pedal, 3 on each side, and they all control various different things, and they provide a little tool to easily control these trim pots. So on one side we have the volume control. This controls the Vibe volume, so it gives it a little boost, or you can cut it a little bit. And then the other two are range and symmetry, and these are fine-tuned adjustments to the Vibe sound, and they recommend not really messing with them. So we're going to leave those alone. And on the other side we have the grit trim pot, which controls sort of the sweet spot going into other pedals like fuzz and overdrives. So we can kind of control the grit with this little trim pot. Then we have chorus. It's controlling kind of the lower end of the vibe, and depending on if you want a fatter kind of vibe sound or if you want it to cut through a little bit. So if you're playing bedroom levels or if you're playing it with a band, you can kind of fine tune that sound. And the last one is the custom setting here with this toggle switch, and we can control the brightness of the sound. And then we have a pedal plus input jack, and this is a multi-port or a multi-function jack, which we can plug in expression pedal, we can plug in momentary or latching foot switches, and the speed knob here has a lot of functions in these little letters here around. We have the like E1, E2, E3, going to S4, S5, so these are all different functions. So this will be like expression pedal, and we can control the speed. And to enable each function, we set it to whatever function we want it to be, and we take in and out the expression jack here 3 times, and then it'll go to that setting. And I have it set on S6, which controls with this little DryBell F1L switch. I'm controlling the kind of a Leslie sort of going quick and slow speeds, and I'll demonstrate that. And it's got a great sound. It's a very analog sound, and it's really fat and very organic. And I'm also running from the Vibe machine into the Analog Man King of Tone for some overdrive, and then a little bit of delay. Maybe later on we'll turn that on from TC Electronic Alter Ego X4 and going into my Marshall from 1974. So here's some more Vibe sounds.